From the beaches on Long Island to the boroughs to the points up and down the Jersey Shore, this is what people are seeing. Those red flags planted in the sand as Hurricane Erin is creating potentially life-threatening conditions in the water.
In fact, there will be no swimming at New York City beaches tomorrow and Thursday. Officials are predicting waves of up to 13 feet high. Of course, we're going to head to the beach. Toni Yates in Belmar in just a moment to walk you through all the closures. But first up, we begin with meteorologist Jeff Smith in for Lee, tracking Erin tonight. Jeff?
And Erin is a shadow of its former self in terms of intensity. Remember, this was a Category 5 storm on Saturday. However, it's about double the size that it was at that point. So it's really churning up a wider expanse of ocean water. And that means that there's going to be a larger area receiving some big waves as we head throughout the next couple of days. Right now, a Category 2 storm, winds of 105 miles per hour. You get tropical storm warnings in effect for the Outer Banks of North Carolina. They'll actually fall into the outer bands of the core of this storm by later on tomorrow into Thursday, getting tropical storm conditions there. It kind of bounces off the North Carolina coast and heads off to the east-northeast. You see heading several hundred miles off of our shoreline, but sending monstrous waves in our direction. Case in point, we got high surf advisories all of our beaches, New York City and Jersey Shore beaches. 6 to 10 feet during the day tomorrow. How about 9 to 13 feet on Thursday? Long Island could be getting waves up to 15 feet during the day on Thursday. And speaking of down the shore, we already have a coastal flood watch issued by the National Weather Service for the Thursday evening and also into the Friday morning and evening high tide cycles. 1 to 2 feet of inundation a possibility with minor and moderate coastal flooding in that neck of the woods. So it's a significant risk for rough surf and rip currents in our area. Waves building up to 15 feet in spots by late Thursday. That coastal flooding also a concern. And this is kind of a new addition here. Some signals for a heavy rain band, which can develop tomorrow night, kind of indirectly related to Erin. There'll be a front draped across our area, and it's going to be held up by the fact that Erin's going to be offshore. So that can cause showers and thunderstorms to kind of stall over the area and create some heavy downpours. 74 right now. It's been a great day out there, by the way. Shower can develop by later on tonight and early tomorrow morning, down to 65. 74 for tomorrow. Rain becoming steadier and even heavier by later on in the day. Again, Erin kind of holding up this front and causing downpours to stall over us for a time as we head into tomorrow night before it makes its closest pass during the day on Thursday. Wanted to send it to Toni Yates right now. She's in Belmar, Monmouth County, along the Jersey Shore. You see this onshore flow, Toni. I know the water's rough out there already, and it's only going to get much worse tomorrow and especially on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, Jeff, I can tell you, we've been out here all day, and the later it's gotten, the bigger the waves have gotten out here. Look at this. It's just extraordinary. It's awesome to watch these waves, but they are very dangerous. And I want to say this. If you have people that you love who love to come down to the shore, implore them not to get in the water while those red flags are up and the ocean is churning like this. And that could be throughout the end of this week. Grayson joining his father Chris for a game of catch on the sand. They came all the way from Pennsylvania, arrived and saw the ocean.
Super rough.
Rough.
And that's why the red flags are up. No swimming while Erin churns.
Yeah, it stinks. It's our last trip of the year, but it is what it is. What can you do?
For most beaches this week, all the fun will have to be out of the water.
This is no time to be complacent. I would just say to you, flat out, don't go in the water. I don't want to be the Amityville mayor in Jaws, but the fact of the matter is I think going in the ocean for the next number of days is something you got to avoid.
Belmar Chief Lifeguard Harry Harson keeping an eye on the shoreline that he has been in charge of for many years.
And that's what happens with these storms that are offshore. You know, they're way offshore, so they create, very rough surf conditions, but the weather's good. So I'd rather come here a little bit and rain and windy so nobody comes down, and it's easier to keep people away. But this is what happens. This is what I'm anticipating for the rest of the week, because I think it's only going to get worse before it gets better.
Sadly, this was a scene just last week as rescuers rushed back to the shoreline as 10 and 13-year-old sisters struggled in the water at the 8th Avenue beach. Thomas Walsh was able to reach the 10-year-old near the jetties.
She was about 15 feet away. I swam over to her, grabbed her. I couldn't touch, so I figured, all right, our best bet is to climb these rocks because, the current was just very, very strong.
Sadly, the 13-year-old could not be saved. Walsh grew up on the shore, surfer, strong swimmer. He's looking at this ocean, hoping no one chances it.
Mother Nature in the ocean is something that I don't care how powerful or strong you are, you can't compete. The ocean is enormous, and the currents are just tremendous. It's something that nobody can deal with.
Yeah, and you know what? It's so powerful right now. I'm not even going to step back in the shot because I want you to see the waves crashing out here. Here's another thought, though. If you heed the warnings to stay out of the water, to stay out of these waves, you are actually saving other people from risking their lives to try to come save yours. So that's what we need to focus on right now throughout the end of the week until the all clear is given. For now, we're live here in Belmar. Toni Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Toni, thank you. From New Jersey to Long Island now, and officials will wait until tomorrow to decide whether swimming will be allowed on Jones Beach. Other communities, however, already taking precautions. The town of Hempstead let swimmers go into the water today, but only up to their knees. But tomorrow and Thursday, that's going to be a no-go. No swimming allowed. And on Thursday, gates will be closed so people can't even access the beach and sand.
We are not taking this storm lightly. We urge everyone to heed all warnings, stay informed, and respect the power of nature. Please stay safe, stay out of the water, and let's work together to weather this storm responsibly. Let's prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
He also encouraged boat owners to secure their vessels. Crews are piling sand at beaches as a protective measure as well. Stay with Eyewitness News as we continue to track Erin and the impacts on the coast. If you have our ABC7NY app, you can watch and also get push alerts with up-to-the-minute information.